Juday Reed, and this is Buhay Parang Life, where we discuss issues about this thing called life. Thank you, my dear viewers, for tuning into this episode. I invite you to please like, share, and subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page. Buhay Parang Life is part of FaithWatch TV, and I ask you to download the FaithWatch app on your mobile device. We read and value your comments, so please feel free to write down your comments and suggestions below. Mga kababayan, eleksyon na naman po. This time, ang boboto natin, mga ilang senators, ang mga representative natin sa Kongreso at ating mga mayor no, sa local government. So, meron bang Catholic vote? At paano ba tayo dapat bumoto bilang Katoliko? With me today is, alam niyo po, naging guest ko na siya noong 2022 eh. Pinag-usapan din namin yung pagboboto. At sana ngayon, nire-revisit namin ito para mapaalalahanan tayo ulit. Paano ba tayo dapat bumoto? Siya po ay currently nasa Ilocos Norte. Namimiss ka na nga namin eh. Sa ano dito sa Metro Manila, Father. He is the parochial vicar of the St. Lawrence the Deacon Parish in Bangui, Ilocos Norte and the assistant administrator of St. Mary de Francia in Dumalneg, Ilocos Norte. Namimiss na namin po siya dito sa Metro Manila. Mga kapatid, let us all welcome again Father John Francis Aberion. Father Francis. Father John ba o Father Francis?
Usually Father Francis.
Father Francis. Father, kamusta ka na dyan sa Ilocos?
Marami pong our pastoral ministry here gets exciting by the as the day grows by kasi lalong-lalo na I am new to this place. I started working last August last year, and
Mhm.
the people here have been really great, and yeah, a lot of things can be done here, lalong-lalo na sa mga sa pastoral ministry, not only in the center but also in the far-flung areas. We are reaching on those areas, yung mga margins and peripheries of our parish community.
Knowing you, Father, mahal na mahal ka ng mga tao dyan. Sa short stay mo ka dito sa aming parokya, ay talagang minahal ka namin eh. Tapos bigla mo
Wow.
kaming iniwan.
na
Nasa Ilocos ka na.
nakakamiss nga kayo dyan, nakakamiss kayo dyan.
So, Father, no, eleksyon na naman. At syempre, ikaw ay nasa lugar
True.
ng ating current president na mga Marcoses. Is it more exciting
Totoo.
there? Mas
It gets
exciting.
also exciting and interesting, actually.
Uh-huh. So, Father, tayo ang pinakamalaking Catholic country sa Asia. In fact, nung pinapanood ko yung kay Pope Francis, talagang binanggit, no? Si Presidente Bongbong Marcos being na nandun siya sa Italy kasi nga tayo yung pinakamalaking Catholic country dito sa Asia. Pero ano ba oh, how would you describe how the Filipinos vote generally?
Uh, well, Tita, there are lots of factors that we can look into, no?
Mhm.
And these past months, while preparing for this midterm national and local elections, wherein nabanggit nga natin na mga senators and local officials
Kongresista,
ang
oo,
ating
mga
iboboto,
mayor.
mga kongresista, yes. And I came over uh, and have read three interesting articles. These articles are coming from Esquire Mag, and
Okay.
yes, opo. Kasi um, these articles have been written well, and marami sa mga points uh, na raise doon sa mga articles na yon is on how we Filipinos are actually voting. Like for example, no, just maganda nga sana kung i-recommend ko na share natin ito. Like for example, this one. Isang article na to is why Filipino voters end up choosing the wrong leaders. No, isa yan. Another one is why voters stick to their choice even if they're wrong. And this one is I would say something that would directly answer your question, Dita. Mabait naman siya. The Filipino habit of excusing the powerful. Yan. Marami sa atin ng ano ang ganyan, marami sa mga botante natin ng ganyan. Kahit sa mga nakakausap ko ng mga tao dito, ito lagi ang chorus. This is always the chorus that
Yung
I
mabait
usually would
naman
hear.
siya.
Mabait naman siya.
Actually,
Kasi
Father,
bakit?
nung minsan
Yeah,
na nagmumuni-muni ako, sabi ko, ano ba ang pagkakaintindi natin sa term na mabait?
yeah, mabait na yan. I could think of two, but nothing less. Number one, the way how we print the campaign paraphernalia. Kahit
Mhm.
yung mga sabihin natin medyo medyo ma advanced na ng age, yung mga kumakampanya pa rin, nareretoke sa pamamagitan ng Photoshop, Canva, etc. So, magmumukha silang pleasing kapag once na na-print or once na na-upload sa
So,
social media.
nag-impact yan sa choices natin. Kasi nakikita naman natin sila sa TV. At saka, di ba, kung magpa-personally appear sila to campaign, nakikita naman natin na medyo advanced age na. Pero
Yes,
nakaka-impact yung kung ano yung nakikita nila sa print sa mga tarpaulin that is all over the country.
that's one material, tita. Kapag nakaprint kasi ang gaganda ng mga mukha, mas napabata pa ang mukha nila, tapos
Totoo,
konting
sa
ngiti ka
ngayon
lang
ba naman?
masasabihan ka ng mabait. Pag ngingiti ka
So,
parang
so,
gaganyan, no?
are you saying magandang itsura equals mabait? Yan ang mind ng Pilipino?
It's true, tita.
Oh,
Whether we
really?
are aware of it or not, kasi bakit? Ang sasabihin natin, ay, ang ganda niya, ang gwapo niya, iboboto ko siya. Marami sa atin, although I am not generalizing, kasi
I
thanks
understand.
be to God, there are lots of voters naman who are very discerning, but the rest, the other half, I should say, for lack of precise term for that, ay nagre-rest pa rin sa kung ano yung nakikita nila and not looking on the track record of
Alam mo?
the candidate that are being voted. So that's one. Another
Okay.
one is yung mga concerts na ginagawa nila.
Daming
Concerts.
concerts
Kasi sa mga
lately, laging
concert,
maingay.
yes, they do a lot of public speaking. Kaya nga, isa sa mga points na number one na na-raise nyo is there are lots of these uh, candidates who seem to speak out of turn. Hindi tact yung kanilang pananalita, but yet they seem to appeal even the ordinary Filipino citizen because of the way how they speak, the way how they are direct in speech, walang
Oo.
masyadong mga motherhood statements. It would seem to me na pagod na tayo sa mga motherhood statements. No,
When you say
especially
motherhood statement, give an example, Father, for the sake of our viewers.
motherhood statements are like, let us love one another because that is part of our progress. General statements na wala, basta wala tayo makikita doon ng mga concrete. Kapag sinabi ko na 90% of our Filipinos do not have proper training on this level, that's not anymore motherhood statement. Pero pag sinabi ko na let us try to reach out to each other because this is how we build our world, that's a motherhood statement.
So you are
It's,
saying
yeah.
kulang na kulang sila sa motherhood statement.
No, actually in the previous, yung mga traditional way of doing politics is marami actually motherhood statements, and it would seem na
Marami.
whether we are aware of it or not,
Oo.
we have become tired of it na. Kaya
Kaya hindi na nila
tingnan
ginagamit.
exactly. Kaya tingnan niyo, tita, let's just give an example. The past administration, the Duterte administration, bakit nag-click? Bakit nag-click
Kasi
yung
iba
boses
yung
ni
pananalita.
iba yung pananalita no, in comparison with the previous administrations that came before Duterte. Those were mostly motherhood statements.
Na mas refined, if I may
Yes.
say. All right.
Mas refined pero uh,
Masyadong cliche.
unfortunately, pwede rin pero ang effect kasi, tita, we are also looking for the effect of those statements. maybe we have grown tired of motherhood statements na wala naman talagang direktang epekto sa improvement ng ating
Okay.
buhay in
All
terms of
right.
economy or finance kasi diyan naglalaro. Pero kung titignan natin yung previous administration na ano, for example, itong gagawin ko talagang yung mga ano ay gagawin ganyan na mangyayari sa kanila. Kaya nag-click,
Kaya nag-click kasi very
kaya
concrete,
nag-click.
very concrete. May
Very
action,
concrete,
actionable
may action
talaga.
talaga. At nakikita ng mga tao. Nakikita ng
Yes.
mga tao, may epekto talaga. Even though sabihin natin na ano, it goes against our standards as Christians and it goes against our standards as human persons. Pero let's look
Oo.
at the effect. Kasi ganun ang ano eh. Bago yung the way how the set of politicians were speaking and we are still actually uh, reaping the effects of what the past administration had styled itself.
Oo, pero Father, sa binanggit mo nga daw from the article of Squire na parang we have not learned our lesson. You as a priest, as a formator, as a pastor in your parish, in the diocese, in your Rogationist community, what do you think should the church be doing? Hindi ba, kulang na kulang ba? O talaga bang hindi nakikinig ang mga tao? You know, yung voters education, every time may election, we are hoping for a real voters education. Pero
Totoo.
ganun ulit.
And you precisely hit the issue there. How are our dioceses are faring ba with our voters education? Kasi parang, I mean, of course, we still have to look into the actual report, actual documentation kung talagang nangyayari ba yung ano,
Oo nga.
yung pag-house to house natin, yung mga grassroots level ng voters education natin. Here in the Diocese of Lawag, meron silang pinablish for us as a guide para makapag house to house kami. It's actually good and yung language ay pangmasa talaga. But the
Nagka-house
question
to
is,
house ka,
where's the
Father?
activity?
Nagka-house to
Po?
house ka sa parokya mo?
Yes, we do that.
May kasama kang team? Sino ang team mo?
Usually catechist. The
Oo.
catechist. Kasi
And then,
may deep connection po yung instruction, yung social instruction doon sa work ng mga
and
catechist.
so, Father, you as a uh, educating the voters, what do you say? Para po, our hope here is to inspire other parishes, the dioceses, to also do this.
Well, kanya-kanya po ang diskarte ng bawat parokya, bawat diocese because of various contexts that they are thinking, no? For example, diyan po sa Diocese of Parañaque where
Where we
I
are,
previously
yeah.
served, it's more of uh, urban setting
Mhm.
kaya very helpful yung for example yung may mga town hall meetings
Or
or
town
to
hall
that
meetings. Oo,
yes
yan, ganyan,
to that
ganyan. Oo.
effect. Pero dito kasi sa Diocese of Lawag, sabihin nating 30% are on the level of urban, no? Wala pa nga yung mga matataas na building na very familiar tayo diyan sa ano
Wala, wala
sa
sa lawag, oo.
Metro Manila,
Oo.
but then here in Ilocos Norte, dalawa ang actually na cities here, Lawag City and Batac City. Only two cities but the rest are uh, not anymore cities but regular towns, sabihin natin
Okay.
rural
So,
setting.
anong sinasabi niya, Father, sa mga visits niyo?
We first ask the question, nakapag-decide na ba kayo?
Nakapag-decide na.
Nakapag-decide na po ba kayo sa iboboto nyo? Kasi dito, at least dito sa parokya sa Bangi, tuloy-tuloy yung ano, I mean, in our local town of Bangi, uh, tuloy-tuloy yung ano yung campaign ng mga partido at saka yung mga independent
Oo, tuloy-tuloy yung
candidates.
campaign. Oo. At saka I can
Tuloy-tuloy yung
imagine ang
campaign.
dami rin posters dyan.
Totoo.
Mga tarpaulin.
Totoo tita, bawat bahay merong at least isa or dalawa na mayroong nakalagay na iboto na ganito ganyan, no?
Oo.
Fairly, we have masasabi ko naman na we have a very friendly relationship. Even yung mga opposing parties, they have a friendly relationship naman. But then, going back to what you were asking, kapag pumupunta kami sa mga far-flung areas, um, mas nagki-click yung random questioning, mostly like that. We open
Parang
our
ano,
dialogue with like that.
informal
Informal,
conversation.
more
So,
than the
what
formal
are the
one.
what are the data that you gather? Ano yung mga information yun that you gather while you are going out and educating the voters? Ano yung mga sentimiento ng ating mga voters? Ano yung alam at hindi nila alam?
Well, so far, tita, kasi at least in my case na ako yung in charge kasi ng ng catechesis sa parokya. I was given the task to handle the catechesis and evangelization in the
Oo.
here in the parish, in the parish setting, both communities. We have not yet finished yung pag house to house, yung pag uh, at least yung mga various ways to meet the people. But I could say na part of their desire of these people is a real change. No, that's one thing. For those who come from far-flung areas, lagi nilang sinasabi, sana naman mabisita kami dito, no? Just to summarize not really the exact conversation, but that's how they are giving the impression.
Magbisita ng politician?
Hindi lang sa pangangampanya. Kasi parang ang sinasabi
Ah.
nila na binibisita lang kami kapag na pagbotohan na, pero pag na-elect na, nakakalimutan na kami. Yan, yan ang kadalasang chorus ng mga
Yeah.
nasa malalayong lugar.
Oo nga.
Lalong-lalo na many of our locals here were actually surprised. Ako, for one, I am actually surprised kasi many of our locals here don't have little little knowledge of those sitios who come from far-flung areas,
Oh,
yung sa
oo.
pabundok na.
Oo.
So, uh, I was having again this anticipating this again na baka naman yung mga gusto magpahalal hindi pa nila alam kung sino talaga yung mga nasa malalayong lugar na dapat bahagi ng pagsisilbihan nila.
Father,
So
hindi ba sila
that's another
nagtataka?
word.
Hindi ba sila nagtataka na bakit mga katikista ay dinadalaw kami, ang pare ko dinadalaw kami para sa aking pagboboto na parang teka, civic duty ko to religious ka, simbahan ka eh. Nagtatanong ba sila, nagtataka ba sila?
Wala namang ganong difference, awa
Oh,
naman ng Diyos, tita, kasi basta mabisita lang sila, that's already a big thing for them. Of
na
course,
pag
bonus na yung
mabisita mo sa kanila, hindi ka ba
yeah.
nakaka-encounter ng question na, Father, bakit mo pinapakialaman ng boto ko? Hindi ba
No, no,
dapat sa
no.
sakramento ka lang?
So far walang ganong walang
Wala.
ganong kasi
Very
ang
good.
mentality ng people dito, anybody who helps them uh
But do you think that is true?
makakatulong.
Father, galing ka naman sa Metro Manila eh. Do you think that is the situation in the entire country?
As what I have said, iba't iba ang konteksto natin, tita. Kasi may mga
Iba-iba.
diocese tayo na metropolis ang setting. Dito sa Diocese of Lawag Halo,
Mas,
mas nangingibabaw pa nga 70% are
oo nga eh, oo nga
rural
eh.
towns.
Oo.
So
Oh,
anybody who helps them earns their favor, parang ganon.
all right.
And we have actually a connection with that one on how we return with the evangelization again of the people here.
Okay.
Kasi kadalasan yung mga nasa malalayong lugar, mas madali silang mag maglipat ng ibang sekta, maglipat ng ibang relihiyon kasi hindi sila nabibisita
Kaya
ng
marami
ating
kang
community.
dalaw-dalaw dyan.
It goes the same, tita.
Oo.
Kasi whoever visits them, whoever gives them something, we have the term is sangkabasit. Sangkabasit is yung parang ayuda. We call it ayuda that we
Oo.
share with them. Masaya na sila doon.
So Father, you are saying napaka-vulnerable ng mga tao kung saan ka nandiyan, kung saan ka naka-assign ngayon, ano, sa Ilocos Norte, na kung sino ang dumalaw can actually change their choices. But then we realize
True.
also na that is not the situation in the entire country. Although I can imagine, no, yung demographics tsaka yung geography ng Pilipinas, medyo marami yan eh. Marami yan eh, no? Marami.
It's true, tita.
Okay. So, we stop here, Father. Next episode, we will tell you how we, the Catholic leaders, the parishes, can help influence the choices of our people para naman po tayo ay bumoto na ng maayos. Abangan niyo po yan. Father, we will be back. Maraming salamat po. And thank you, my
Thank
dear
you.
viewers, for watching this episode. Please stay tuned for the next episode. This is Rita Dayrit, reminding you today, haba-habaan po ang pasensya sapagkat ang buhay parang life.